Now I want to share with you guys how to make grubby candles. And I have a set of candles here I got from Dollar Tree. You'll need some cinnamon, and that makes them smell good too. And you're going to need plenty of hot glue and your hot glue gun, which is a more simplified way to do this particular task. So the first thing you'll want to do is make sure that your glue gun is good and ready. You can use the hot, but be very careful. And you want to have a plate of some sort so that when you're using your glue gun, you'll be able to capture the cinnamon. And these are still burnable and usable. Just remember that, you know, your hot melt is also very flammable and it will melt. So you can make driplets if you want to, like let it just kind of run down the side. And you can just contour them and make them any way you want. And so the grubby candles, I know you've seen them, and you probably own some or have had an interest in them. And you can just kind of sprinkle your cinnamon. And, you know, there is a cooling process there, so you don't want to mess with it. And you can seal these in with Mod Podge if you want to. It's different ways you can go about it. And this is a slow process, so to speak, but well worth it. You can also do these with plaster. And there's different methods of grubbing your candles. And as I said, you know, if you're really wanting them just for looks, well, they are just gorgeous. And you can customize them and just kind of let the glue kind of run and do as it will. This glue gun that I'm using is the Sure Bonder Hybrid. This one can actually be used cordless with 4 AA batteries right here in this compartment, and it will run for 45 minutes on the battery. But you have to use the lithium rechargeable batteries that you will purchase so that you can plug them up and recharge them, and they will last, like I said, for up to 45 minutes. And you can also use it by plug-in like I'm doing right now. And it is a 20 watt, it is a high temp, and right here's your button. So when you're using the battery, you would push that button over and you'll see the green light come on. But it's high temp, 20 watt, and as you can see, it says 4 AA batteries, which you can pretty much tell that by the content. But it sits on its own rest, and I do have my silicone mat here. And just in case you guys have not checked out my Amazon store, I have now procured one, and whenever you press the link in the description box down below, you can go straight to my Amazon store. And what I try to do is have you a picture there of the project that I'm talking about in the video, and you can click on it and it'll actually show you all the products that are being used in that particular project. And so that's just another way. But see, when that gets so hot, it's going to take and slide on you. So you want to make sure that when you're running it, that you give it a moment, because if you rub it on the plate like I did, then you're liable to lose your glue. And you can just grubby these as much as you want. So that just kind of gets it started for you. And the idea is you do want that to drizzle downward. And with the grubby candles, you're really building it in layers. So when you start drizzling it down the side, like right now, that glue is really soft. And see how it's kind of mashing out? So that's when you can put your cinnamon on there. Now the second method I'm going to show you about grubby candles is you can take some of your Elmer's glue along with your cinnamon that you have out there, and just go ahead and get it down. And this is what I call fun play. You just want to get that glue going there. Take your candle and you're just going to roll it, and it's going to pick that glue pile up along with that cinnamon, and it smells so good. It's pleasant to work with. And you just let those dry. So I've got the sides somewhat, so you might want to spread that out a little bit more. Get a little more mashing. Just press and get it. You can kind of shape it while it's a little soft. and then roll it through there again. Get those wet patches covered up. And then once again, you can layer that and work it in layers. And of course, you want to do your top as well. So now we want to do our top. And I'm just going to put some glue on there, working about. That way it gives that build to it. Now with these, you probably may just want to use them for looks. You can try burning them. Sometimes they burn good, sometimes they don't. Because of the Elmer's glue, they don't want to readily burn. But if you're going for looks, you can definitely do a lot more drizzling down it and just let it run. And you do have additional working time when you're dealing with the Elmer's glue. Now this one you'll have to let sit a little bit longer and allow it to dry, and then once it does, it'll be ready to be used. You can layer it some more if you want, but most of the time they turn out pretty neat, really nice. So once they dry, they're good to go. Okay, now the third method you can do grubby candles is you're going to take and make you a little bit of a gluey solution, because we're going to make this more like a putty. And so just get you a little bit of your Elmer's glue going there. You can use Mod Podge, but for this, because it uses a lot, you may want to save your Mod Podge for other crafts. Now they have the little palette knives at Dollar Tree, and I thought this would be a good way to mix this up. I'm having a feeling that I'm probably going to want this one, simply based on other things I've done. So you want to add a little bit of water to this, and I have some dirty paint water, but it's only going to take a couple of caps full to get that going, and just make that mixture, and that will help break down the glue a little bit so it spreads a little thinner. And we just need that little bit of mix going there. So what we're doing now is we're going to pour that onto our cinnamon, and depending on how much you want to make will depend on how much of your solution you make. And you're basically getting it dirty with the cinnamon powder, making it kind of grainy and gritty. And we do want it to have that darkness to it. So it looks like we're going to need a little more. This is fun mess. This is messy fun, guys. I like it. Because this, I know, is going to look fantastic. And you do want that powder in there. You want that grit, because we're going to make it lumpy. Kind of pasty is basically what we're making. A cinnamon glue paste. And so you want to get all this mixed in real good. Got my little kitty cat bowl from Dollar Tree. And so we're just making a putty, and the cinnamon really soaks up your really quick, so that's why you want to have something like this to work it. A knife or something with a flat edge to it. You don't have to be nothing particular. You can use whatever you like. These putty knives make it pretty cool. And basically what you'll do is you will putty your candle. And there is no right or wrong to do this, guys. You want it lumpy. You want it to look grubby. So you're just putting your cinnamon paste on there. And right now it's kind of a plaster. And then so you can just tap at it and get it really grubby and lumpy. And get pitches and so forth going in the candle and along the sides. And just kind of get all these pits going. So now that I've got that good and pitted like I want, I'll let it sit and harden. Once it hardens, I can decorate it. Or you can leave them just like this. They look great, just like that. Because the more you work them, the prettier they get, really. So I'll sit that one there. I'll work this one. This will be a good Christmas present too, guys. Stocking stuffers, all kinds of things, because they just really look really good at weddings and just really nice. And like I said, these will be burnable. All of these methods, these three methods are make your candles burnable. Okay guys, so now I've shown you 3 different ways that you can make your own grubby candles. These are beautiful in all of your decor for fall, year-round, including Christmas. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. That lets me and YouTube know that you enjoyed it and you'd like to see more of the sort. For those of you who are new to my channel, make sure you read the comments and suggestions, because everyone who subscribes to my channel is part of my DIY team. Click the subscribe and join us. Until the next DIY, I will be crafting y'all. This is Elizabeth. Bye guys.